So you're thinking about being a real estate agent in Florida. Woo! Awesome, right? And you're wondering what those steps are in order to make that happen. Well, if that's the case, you are in the right place. So stick around and we'll tell you all you need to know. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty, coming at you with some more great information on those aspiring agents, those agents that are just kicking off and trying to get their career, or those just trying to improve themselves, run a team, what have you. We are here to help you out. I've been through a lot of this stuff already. You know, I've been that single agent. I've been the buyer's agent on a team. I've been the ops manager for a team. I've run a team. I've run two teams at the same time. Done real estate in several different states. Yeah, I've been through it. I've made a lot of mistakes, which is why we put this channel together so that you can learn vicariously through me and make the right decisions moving forward, right? They say that you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Let me be one of those voices to help you get to your next stage of your career. All right, so let's talk about the beginning part of this stage, which is becoming a real estate agent here in Florida. I will mention at the beginning of this that getting this position, getting this license in Florida was way more difficult than the 2 other states. Florida is just its own beast, and I'll tell you why. But in New York, Ohio, it was a lot easier. And what I'm about to tell you is going to make the biggest difference between that. So I'll get back to it. What do you need to do to qualify to even apply? Well, first of all, you got to be at least 18 years old. Okay? And you have to have a high school diploma or some equivalent. It could be GED or what have you. Okay? Now, once you do that, then you're going to have to sign up for a pre-licensing course. That's 63 hours. And then you got to pass a test there. Okay? You have to, I think you get 2 tries to go ahead and pass that test. And if you don't pass it, you got to repeat the course. You can do this course online or you can do it in person. One thing that I will tell you is that most of the courses that are offered, a majority of them, are only going to teach you about the test. They're not going to teach you about real estate whatsoever. And even if they did, it wouldn't be what you needed to know to be successful after you pass the exam. So Florida was pretty difficult because of that. They just rote memory, this is what you got to do to pass it. And it's one of the more difficult tests that you're going to take here in the United States. Not only that, they're going to have to do a background check to make sure you don't have anything criminal that would stop you. Once you get through that, you're also going to take your state exam. Now, this one you could take as many times as you want, and most people actually don't pass it on their first try. It's 100 questions, and I believe you got to get a 75 in order to pass that one. If I screwed that up, please put it in the comments below. All right. Yes, for the state exam, you can take it as many times. You just have to pay every single time that you go out and actually pass that exam. Okay? Once you do pass that, or even prior to, you can apply for your license. And once they apply to the license, you pay the fees. Then they're like, yes, you're a licensed sales agent here in the state of Florida. But you can't practice real estate yet. Okay? Because you're a licensed sales person, you have to wait and hang it with a broker to, take your liability. Now, most of those brokers, most of those team leads are out there, they're looking for you and they want you on their team. So my suggestion is to interview with a bunch of different brokerages or teams. Okay. Teams are just subsets of brokerages that are just a little bit more focused in a specific area. But definitely get with them, and once you figure that out, you'll hang your license with the broker. Once you do that, you can start practicing real estate. Yeah. Okay? So how long does this process typically take? Now, I'll tell you a story. When I was getting my Florida certification after New York, I actually decided to just take a leap of faith, put everything in storage and what I could fit in my car and just drive down to Florida. Stayed in my buddy's spare bedroom and went and took the course in person and passed all the tests and got to start real estate. And I did that all within about 4 weeks. Actually, it was like 3 weeks. I did it as quickly as possible. All right. So we expedited this as quickly as I possibly could. to pass the test so that I could get going on real estate. Yeah. Whew, talk about a leap of faith, living off your living off your savings for all that time that it takes. And no, it took me like 4 to 6 months to start actually closing business, and it was just a long time of delayed gratification. But in any case, yes, it could take you somewhere between 4 to 12 weeks, depending on your urgency to get any of this done. So what are the costs? Now, know that your pre-licensing exam you can get a cheap online one from 200 or in person up to about $500. That's what we see on average. Know that your exam and your application is going to be around 120, $130. Know that that's subject to go up at any time because as the government, it's probably going to go up. Once you get to a brokerage, there may be brokerage fees associated with them. It may be a monthly fee, maybe a desk fee. It could be anything. So make sure that you check that out before you jump into it so that you have the money to offset that until you start doing real estate. Know that most areas have a local MLS. Almost all of them do. So you're going to have to pay MLS dues as well. Now, those are the most pricey. Some of these MLSs will cost you, $1,200 a year, at least your initial one, to be part of it. And you have to be part of it because it gives you access to all your listings, to put those in, to help your buyer search, get IDX function, all that stuff. So make sure that before you really start to get going on this, that you wait till that moment to actually pay for that one. So it can get pretty pricey. So some people ask, hey, is it worth doing this? Well, that's really up to you if you want to get into this. This is one of those great careers where you actually, the more you put into this career, the more you're actually going to get out of it, which is great. If you've ever been in those jobs where it's just a salary, no matter how hard you work, you get paid the same. This is not the same. If you work harder, you typically get more. So some of the cool things that you're going to be able to get with this is that opportunity to build a big income. You also have an opportunity to have flexibility in your schedule. Now, I'll be honest that it's the flexibility really doesn't start at the beginning. Normally, you've got to work through that and start your momentum into real estate. But eventually it comes, right? Eventually it comes. But you still have that flexibility of your schedule. There is a lot of competition. You have to play that in. Even here in the Emerald Coast, in just our area, in the Destin area, there's 5,000 people in our MLS. 5,000, right? We do about 18,000 or so deals in our MLS per year. Now, that's not distributed evenly, not one bit. 20% of those 5,000, 10% more likely, does 80 to 90% of the businesses out there. So is there an opportunity for you to get into it? Absolutely. If you're willing to put in the work, you can outdo these people. One thing that you should note is that committed people will outwork talented people almost every time. Okay? And one thing to keep in mind too is the market does flux. As a real estate agent, is there a bad market or is there a good market? In my opinion, no. You can sell in any market. Are you going to be working foreclosures or are you going to be selling your face off with a bunch of buyers in a seller's market, right? No matter what, there's always a way to win in the real estate market as far as you having closings and making a very, very nice income from this. So is it worth it is really up to you. Know that you're going to work somewhere between 3 to 6 months before you get that momentum up. It could be quicker than that if you know a whole bunch of people in the area that you're starting your market in, but more than likely it could take a long time before that really starts to go in. But once it does, then it's really nice having that consistent business going in and out, and you can make a really, really nice income doing that. That's really what we have for you on steps on becoming a real estate agent in Florida. There are additional steps, of course. Don't forget that once you do pass your test, you still have to get a training to actually do the job versus the test. The test is not going to teach you how to actually do real estate. So make sure that you do your due diligence and go out there and interview teams of brokers to see which one's going to be your fit. That's where the explosive part of your career takes hold. So that's all I have for you. If you have any questions about anything we talked about here, please leave it in the comments below. Please keep it positive. And of course, if you are interested in becoming part of our brokerage here at LPT Realty, or if you're in the Emerald Coast and want to be part of our team, please give us a call, text, find me on social media. I'd be happy to help you, whether it's coming to our team or finding the right fit for you here in our area. But again, my name is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.